Hello class, today we're on 3.3 Expanding Binomials. So when I mean expanding binomials, we're going to take a binomial, which is a polynomial that has two terms in it. In this case it's the x plus 2 part, that is raised to a power, and we're going to write it out in its full form. So in order to do so, what we want to do first is we want to write it out, how many times it's being raised to. So in this case it's raised to the fourth power, which means there are really four of these guys being multiplied to itself. So I can write it out like this: x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 2. So now that I've written it out in its full form, now I want to multiply it all together and see what I get. So let's recall how we multiply things together. Let's say that I have off over here 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. So say I'm multiplying just numbers together. Well, how do we do this? We multiply one number at a time. So think, we do 2 times 3 is 6. Then drop down the 4. 6 times 4. Oh, waiting for it to go back in focus. That was really bad out of focus. There we go. And then we multiply 6 times 4, which is 24. And then bring down the 5. 4 times 5 is, what's that? 120. So the point here is that we multiply everything together once at one time. We do 2 times 3, get that product, multiply that by 4, get that product, multiply that by 5. So we're going to do the same concept here. So first I'd like to just focus just on these left two. And I'm going to multiply these together. And we're going to do that by foiling. So I want to multiply the x to both terms in the second one, and multiply the 2 to both terms in the second one. Let's see what we get. We're going to have x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x, so plus 2x. And then 2 times x is another 2x. And then 2 times 2 is 4. Now, before we want to continue, we want to combine like terms. So notice that we have two terms that have x's in them. There are two linear terms, so let's combine those. And it's going to make our life a lot easier going forward. So we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. So now I want to put that in parentheses, and I'm going to bring down this next factor, x plus 2. And we're going to want to do the same process, but notice that this time there are 3 terms in the left factor and there's 2 in the right factor. So this is how I like to think about it. I want to multiply everything, I want to multiply all these terms together. So I'm going to multiply the first term to both the terms in the second factor, and then take the second term, multiply it to both terms in the second factor, and then do that with the third term, multiply it to both terms in the second factor. So I know that's a lot of lines, but just think of it like this: multiply this to both of these, this to both of these, and this to both of these. Okay? So let's see here. X squared times x is going to be x cubed. X squared times 2 is 2x squareds. Then do the same thing with the 4x. 4x times x is 4x squared. Then 4x times 2 is 8x. And then finally do the same thing with the 4. So 4 times x is 4x. And then 4 times 2 is 8. And again, before we continue, we want to combine like terms. So we have two terms that are squared, and we have, oh, my apologies, this should be 4x. And we have two terms that are linear terms, or the x terms. So let's go ahead and combine those. So we only have one cubed term, so we have x cubed, and then 2x squared plus 4x squared is 6x squared. 8x plus 4x is 12x, and then plus 8. And then finally, we have that last factor still hanging around. We're going to have to multiply that last one in as well. And that'll be the last one we do. So again, we're going to do the same concept here. We're going to multiply all of these terms in the first factor to all the terms in the second factor. So we're going to multiply x cubed to x and 2. We're going to multiply 6x squared to the x in the 2. We're going to multiply the 12x to the x in the 2. And we're going to multiply the 8 to the x in the 2. So let's start off with this. X cubed times x is x to the 4th. X cubed times 2 is 2x cubed, so plus 2x cubed. And then 6x squared times x is 6x cubed. And then 6x squared times 2 is 12x squared. And then do it with the 12x. 12x times x is 12x squared. 12x times 2 is 24x. And then 8 times x, well, that's 8x. And then 8 times 2 is 16. So now, last step, we just need to combine like terms one last time. So notice that we have two terms that are cubed, we have two terms that are squared, and we have two x terms. So let's go ahead and combine those. We have x to the 4th, and then 2x cubed plus 6x cubed is 8x cubed. 12x squared plus 12x squared is 24x squared. 24x and 8x gives us 32x. And then we finally have 16. So that was a lot of algebra that we just did, but this is our expanded form of x plus 2 to the 4th power. So let's go over another example here. I mean, all of these act the same way, so it's not like we're going to be getting many new things here. I just thought we'd do another example just for practice. Now let's say we have 2x plus 3 cubed. So again, the first thing we want to do is we want to write them all out. So it's cubed, so there are 3 of them there. So we're going to write 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. And again, we only want to multiply 2 together at one time, so we're going to start off with this left one, or these left 2 of them, and just multiply those 2 together. So here we're going to foil it. So multiply the 2x to both of these, and multiply the 3 to both of these. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. And then 3 times 2x is 6x. And 3 times 3 is 9. So again, before we want to continue, we want to combine like terms. We have 2 linear terms, so let's combine those. 4x squared plus, let's see, 6x and 6x is going to give us 12x's plus 9. And then we want to bring down that last factor there. of the 2x plus 3. Okay, so now we have one more multiplication to do. And I want to multiply the 4x squared to both of these, the 12x to both of these, and the 9 to both of these. So 4x squared times 2x is 8x cubed. 4x squared times 3 is 12x squared. Then 12x times 2x is 24x squared. Then 12x times 3 is 36x. And then do the same thing with 9. 9 times 2x is 18x. And 9 times 3 is 27. And finally, we need to combine like terms one last time. So look, we have two squared terms, and we have two linear terms. So we're going to end up with 8x cubed plus 36x squared plus, oh boy, 54x, then plus 27. And that's it. That's the expanded version. So that's all I have for y'all today. Get started on the worksheet and let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day. Bye.